Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Welcome to another edition of the Nintendo Shack, episode 389. Bubsy returns.
He's back.
As always, I'm one of your hosts, Delvin Cox, and with me is the king of the bub, Donnie Hype Reese. How you doing, bro?
Good morning.
Rebecca
That's
left us
funny.
for Taylor Swift. I don't know if she's left. Taylor Swift announced something this week that was major, and Rebecca like, I'm not
she
going
had
to
to
Shack
go.
this week. She's like, fuck that. Taylor's more important. I'm like, you know what?
1,000%. We stand no
I get
chance.
I get it. I
mean,
see
I
fine
bought-
white
I-
girls, and
I
I'll be like,
bought the
yeah, she's
thing.
more important. Oh, you bought it? Oh, yeah, you bought it for your wife.
I had to, yeah.
How much was it, like $400?
It comes out like the week before her birthday. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You don't have like a choice in the matter at that point. You're like, oh. But yeah, I got the album, the vinyl.
And does it come with a whole bunch of stuff with it?
No, just that.
It's just the album itself?
I was surprised. Rebecca sent me the link, and like the store didn't have like a lot of like extras. It was like, you can get these CDs that were sold out. It was like, you can buy this cassette tape or you can buy the vinyl. And like, that was kind of, it was like a poster, but like, that was it.
That's
I expected like
surprising.
water bottles, T-shirts, like, you know, all the mugs, you know, just, you know, like the merch grind that YouTube has made turned everything into.
Yeah.
They didn't have
I'm
any of that.
surprised by that because as a person who buys a lot of vinyls, especially like albums for people I like and stuff like that, they usually give you a whole bunch of shit.
Because that's
like,
how they make money, is the extras.
Yeah,
right?
because I bought, well, that was a year ago now, LL Cool J's album. I bought two versions of it because I'm a big LL Cool J fan. And they had like the sign, you can have the signed CD version of it, the signed vinyl. Like, I'm getting both of these then. It's LL Cool J. And I figured Taylor Swift would probably have the same thing. But
Yeah, I thought
guess
she'd
not.
have signed stuff too, and I didn't see anything like that. Maybe it already sold out, but it was pretty bland. You know, it was slim pickings.
Yeah, even Cardi B had something like really major for her because her album
Maybe she
is
doesn't.
coming out like next
Taylor's kind of next level. She's kind of got like there's like an air of like, there's like a Prince-esque thing with her, you know, that like, to her, like her brand, oh God, I'm going to tear this apart and Rebecca's going to come yell at us. We shouldn't do this. We shouldn't
But
talk about
you're right.
We're so uninformed, but like witnessing like what she does to my wife and daughter, like
It's Michael Jackson.
It's the mind game, right? It's not so much like they love the music, but it's the, what did she mean by what did she say? It's a very cryptic. Everything's a message. Everything has to be figured out, right? Like everything is a mystery. That's why it's like, it's very Prince-esque.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I think it's true if you put the dots together. She's kind of like white Beyonce. How black women feel about Beyonce, where they go, where every time albums go out, they go crazy and do all these things, these elaborate things for the
I can't
album.
say
and-
I didn't know that they did that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Beyonce, they go crazy for in a way that's unheard of. They like look for cryptic stuff. They break down her album just like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift the same way. They're very similar in that way.
My wife is showing me conspiracy theories about whatever this podcast means about the album and other things, and I'm like, okay, sure. I got no idea.
They did Beyonce did a whole album about Jay-Z cheating, and women broke it down like like in detail. Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, Godspeed, Rebecca and friends. The hive mind is
Yeah.
you know, it's in
Very
full gear right now.
interesting week in terms of music and stuff like that. Because I saw you went to a concert. We can talk about that on PSVG. We can talk about it now because I
was
also
at
went
a
to
concert last night. I mean, I don't have to talk about it. It's not even worth talking. I went to see a cover band. It was a tribute band.
Oh, you did what I did.
Yeah, it was okay, so it was for my son. Cuz listen, I'm still playing Donkey Kong and Mafia and Retro Bowl. I do have one game that I like kind of want to talk about. But I mean, I'm playing the same stuff. I'm playing probably the same stuff you're playing if you listen to this
Pretty
show.
much.
I imagine most everyone listening to the show has either beaten Donkey Kong or is still playing Donkey Kong. And if you've already beaten Donkey Kong, then go get the rest of the bananas because I feel like you shouldn't have beat it yet.
Yes.
Unless you're like Kyle. Kyle's probably got every banana in Donkey Kong already. I'm having a blast with Donkey Kong. But, my daughter, we moved her into college, not to turn this into a long bit, right, as we've talked about for several weeks now. And something occurred to me like maybe a couple months ago. I told my wife, I was like, we should do something with Jack because Victoria, she's graduating. So she gets all the graduation attention. She gets all that stuff. And she goes to college. She gets all of that attention. And then for her, like her senior trip, her and her mom and like her best friend are going like on a cruise. Right. So I was like, man, that's just not that like things have to be balanced. It's just a lot about Victoria right now.
Yeah.
Jack, it's very easy for Jack to feel like the third wheel. And I got an email from the local theater about a month ago letting me know that there was a Pink Floyd tribute band coming to town called Interstellar Echoes. And I've never heard of them. I don't know, like I've never heard of them, but in the email there was a YouTube video, like right there, like this is the band. So I clicked on the band and I listened to it for about 20 seconds, and to hell if they don't sound like Pink, like they sound just like them, like they're very good. Like they're very good at covering the music they decided to cover. And my son is just now getting into Pink Floyd. Like we just got him the Wish You Were Here album, and like he's been listening to Dark Side of the Moon. Like he's very much right in that wheelhouse right now. He's listening to Radiohead, he's listening to Oasis, he's into Pink Floyd, like he's in it. Like this is the time. And I was like, oh, I bet he would love that. It's super cheap, local theater. So I bought a couple tickets literally on a flyer. And we went last night and I posted some videos, and they sounded great. Like just like their YouTube video. Like that's as good, that's as close as you'll get.
Yeah.
To the
That's what I was
experience.
thinking.
That's as close as it gets. It doesn't get much better than that. So we had a good time. For the first time in my adult life, my wife drove instead of me driving. Typically every time we go out, I drive so my wife can drink. And I was like, hey, like, can you drive? Because she knows the theater. She's performed there and stuff. She knows all about it. I was like, can you drive so I can smoke? Because, like, that's the way to appreciate a Pink Floyd concert, So they were having a good time, but Delvin, I was baked, man. Like,
let me ask the question, because it's very important to know this for me. Can your wife drive?
Not well, no.
Okay, yeah,
no, not well.
Because it's been a time, like anytime, like even with the girl I'm dating, right? When we go places and I don't feel like driving, I'm like, you want to drive? And she's like,
and then you
okay,
regret that decision.
Exactly. Like,
yeah,
like it's gotten to the point where, like, when we go out of town on trips, like when we drive to Orlando sometimes.
So I'll up your game a bit. I'll up it. I'll raise you. Not only is she not a really good driver, this was terrible timing on my part. Because I asked like a week ago. I was like, hey, like I've got some THC drinks, some gummies. Like, can you drive and like let me like have a good night? She was like, yeah, I'll drive. Apparently this week, she got off her meds. She's due for a refill, her anxiety meds.
Oh,
and
no.
whatever it is has like the worst withdrawal ever. And you can tell, like she's kind of going through it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they're waiting for a refill that I think is supposed to come Monday. And boy, that drive was worse. Like every time a car like approached the road, you could tell her like she's fighting for her life over there. She's just like, I'm like, it's fine. Like they're driving, you're driving, we share the road. Like two cars can fit on here at once. So like that kind of, and then it started raining on the way back. So, it wasn't the best decision.
Yeah, I've experienced that with a certain member of my family where they are out of their meds, and boy, I tell you, it's an experience.
Irritable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Say, hi, what do you do? Like,
but listen, I had a great night.
That's dope.
I'm kind of not here now. Like I'm just like, yeah, that was fun day. Because we went out, we got burgers, we went out afterwards, we got ice cream, like the whole thing. So it was a night out for Jack, and he loved it. He did love the concert. He's sending his friends videos and stuff. He said he's gonna show his teacher.
It's kind of crazy that that was Friday, right?
No, it was last night.
Okay, so Friday night, I took my son to his first concert. I took him to go see Playboy Cardi and The Weeknd.
Oh, The Weeknd. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know I'm not a Playboy Cardi fan.
I was like, why? But okay, I get it now.
He loves Playboy Cardi. He loves The Weeknd. I like The Weeknd. And boy, when I tell
you love The Weeknd.
Yeah, Weeknd's good.
You go hard for The Weeknd.
Weeknd's dope.
Yeah, you've defended The Weeknd.
Yeah, but when I tell you, I didn't know that many people like The Weeknd.
No, I can imagine a lot of
like
people
it
like
is.
The Weeknd. Yeah.
It was a stadium show.
I mean, it's pop. He's very popular culture, pop music.
It was a stadium show, and that stadium was full.
Well, you don't do stadiums if you can't fill them.
A sea of Caucasian people. I felt like I was the only black person there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a lot of white people there.
No, yeah, there was no black folks.
Way more than I expected. Way more than I expected.
One thing I did like about the Pink Floyd concert, well, one, I sat directly across. So we were in the balcony, second row, and on the left side, the row only has 3 seats. So like the middle row has like 18 seats, and then the right and the left rows only have 3 seats. And I was like, that's us right there, right? We don't have to share with anybody. The guy sitting directly across from me was like the stereotypical guy that's like really into the music. Like he's screaming in between sets. He's doing air drums, he's playing air guitar. He's definitely drunk. He left mid-show because his wife wasn't happy and they were arguing. Like, so I had a whole other show happening to me to my right.
Oh, I had that too.
Which is very fun. But Jack did make note that there was no black people in attendance for the Pink Floyd concert.
There might have been more black people in the Pink Floyd concert than there was in the Weeknd one.
Now, one thing I did like, and I've always really enjoyed this about going to Chili Pepper concerts, is there were tons of different kinds of people.
Yeah.
Right. Like there were old people, there were young people, there were children, teenagers, high schoolers, millennials, old, like senior citizens, right? Like I think that's cool. Like when, like music can pull a group together and it's not, just so one thing. I have always, Chili Pepper concerts are a seriously diverse crowd.
Very diverse.
I love that about them.
I have a lot of friends who are like, we don't like rock music, but we like the Chili Peppers.
Yeah, well, the funk and the soul and stuff, they're invited to the cookout. So, I've always loved that about them. So it wasn't quite that, but it was a nice, interesting. It was a good people watching experience. Yeah,
I will talk about it more on PSVG because it's a whole story behind this concert. But the people watching aspect was hilarious. Like I saw every type of stereotypical white person you would see at a concert.
Sure.
All of them in my section. Like
stereotypes exist for a reason.
Yeah. Like the girl who just is only like Instagramming the whole thing and taking selfies during the whole show was in front of me. Right next to me was the girl who just took her shoes off and put her feet like right on the back of the stand. Like, oh Lord, why is this girl just out here barefoot walking around just next to me with her corn showing? Then you got the white guy who's just completely wasted and singing every Weeknd song to his friend, and it's like. Then you got the woo white girl, the woo! Every time a song
gotta get that woo in there, man.
I'm like, yo, what is going on here? But boy, that Weeknd performance, that show was long as shit. It started at 7 and then into like midnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ours was very tight set. It was probably 90 minutes. You're in and out kind of deal.
Weeknd performed for like 4 hours to the point like, man.
But I like... They had lasers, and they did like all the pre-track like instrumentals.
Well, that's
so, like
cool.
all the little like clocks and the time and the money and the registers. Like they've played that over the sound system in between songs.
Wow.
It was an experience, like exactly like you were supposed to. Exactly how it's supposed to be.
So I want to go to one of those type of shows. I liked Michael Jackson when I went to, so I'd go.
So I went to when I was I'm not a teenager quite. I think maybe like 20, 21, probably 21. I went to Laser Floyd, which was like a movie production. It was like very like psychedelic, like you had all like music videos and like the short movies, and they're like intertwined together, and it had like lasers and fog and stuff. That was a stoner's dream. Like that was incredible. I don't know if they still do that or not, but like I would recommend that more than just go to see the band, because it's more of like seeing something like that like in the Sphere. like in Vegas would be incredible. Like that would
that'd
blow
be
your
cool.
mind. Yeah. This wasn't that, but you know they had lasers and stuff and the smoke. I mean, it was very cool. Like I just kind of vegged out, so it was nice.
Yeah. Have you ever been to any of those big events like Coachella or something like that?
Yeah, well, I mean, not Coachella, but like here in Atlanta, we host Music Midtown, which is pretty damn big, and I've gone to it like 7 or 8 times. I mean, I've seen tons of people. I saw Weezer, I saw Jane's Addiction, I saw the Chili Peppers, the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, the Arctic Monkeys. We saw Bruno Mars, tons of rap acts that I honestly probably couldn't even name because there was like background noise while I was there. But yeah, I've gone several years to that. It's a big outdoor music festival. They have like 3 stages going on at all times, so and it's pretty big. They pack in thousands of people.
Yeah, I went to one of those maybe when I was in college. Like one of those, I want to say it was the EDM festival or something like that. That I went to with this girl, and boy, when I tell you I didn't fit in, I did not fit in. But it wasn't because I was black enough. Like it was because everybody there was high as
Oh yeah,
fuck.
yeah, no, it's a scene for sure.
And me being like sober, shit, like okay, I have fun though.
Yeah, you're the designated driver.
Yeah, I'm the designated driver for the whole show.
Yeah, when I started, I was very much like that kid. Like I would, you know, have fun with substances, like go get in the pit, be at the front, like stand out there all day. I did that one year for the Chili Peppers. I literally stood in the front row the entire day so I could be there front row for them because they were the headliner. So I was up there for like 12 hours, like to make sure I had. Yeah, no, it was a marathon for sure. But now, like as the years got older, like I don't even go anymore now. Like I have free tickets to go whenever I want. I just don't go anymore. But the last few years I did, like it was a great example of like aging because I started all the way up the stage, and then like as the years went by, I've got further and further away from the stage. Like
Yeah,
to the last year or two, like I was sitting on the hill, like in the back, like looking down on the crowd. You know, like
yeah, I feel you because when I was there, I was like, oh, I have dad energy. Like I am the dad here. I'm the designated driver for all these kids, and then I felt a certain kinship towards this guy who was sitting next to Delvin, who was the older guy. I'm like, he's probably not a Weekend fan. Then I realized, oh, he's not here with his child. He's here with his girlfriend, who just happens to be young. Like,
wow.
he's like 50, and his girlfriend's like 20. Like, oh, okay, I see what this is. So I am all alone here.
I bet he's like sitting there bitching. He's like, I can't believe she's got me out here.
Yeah.
All these damn kids screaming.
Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, that's true, John. Like the crowd thing is something I really don't have like any patience for anymore. Like I generally avoid crowds at all times now. And it was never that way for a long time. Maybe it is just the decades of emergency management getting to me, but like just the older I got, it makes me more anxious to be in a crowd, like in a big group.
Well,
like even the concert last night, like Delvin, like this is how bad it is. They announced that they're on the last song. I wait for it to start to see if it's one that like I really want to hear. Once I realize I could care less, literally out of the building. I was like, I'm gonna get up. I looked at my wife. I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait up for you outside because I didn't want to like be in the line trying to get down the stairs and out the door. You know, like that sort of thing. Like really bothers me these days.
I had a similar thing. I was like, huh, you ready to go, son? This is probably he wrapping it up. You're like, no, I want to stay to the end. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I know. See, I know my wife. I know my wife and son wouldn't want to, so I was like, I'll be at the car. Like do your thing, but I'll be there because I can't do that.
Yeah. Getting out of that stadium was crazy.
Yeah, but it was awful.
Yeah,
it's too much, man. But I do have a game I want to talk about a little bit, just for a minute, because I bought it on sale this week and I really liked it, and then it led me to buy a couple of games. When the Switch launched, I think early in launch, or maybe the first half of the year, maybe the first 6 months, a game came out for the original Switch called Graceful Explosion Machine. And it's like this little twin stick shooter. It's like kind of side-scrolling game. It's got little geometric shapes and stuff. Yeah, I love that game. So did Jason. And me and Jason talked about it. Like feel like it's part of like Shaq lore. It's like right there with Golf Story. Like we really loved Graceful Explosion Machine. We talked about it a lot. The company that makes Graceful Explosion Machine is called VertexPop. And I was scrolling Reddit the other day, and they had a post up that said, "Hey, we're VertexPop. All of our games are on sale right now." And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Like, what other games?" Like, I actually had only really ever remembered Graceful Explosion Machine. Well, they've got a handful of games that they've made, and they were all on sale, so I bought 2 or 3 of them. And the game that I want to talk about is called Super Crush KO. It's pretty neat. When I want to tell you what it is, and you're going to hear what it is and go, I know exactly what that is. But then I want to tell you that it's not like anything I don't think you've played before. Like, I'm not trying to oversell it. It's not like crazy. It's got like its own little twist on it.
It's just different.
That I can't quite define. Maybe somebody in chat's played it before. It's a beat 'em up. So it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
Okay.
You get like a dash where you can dash through enemies' attacks, and then you beat them up, and you get like a little gun, and you can laser. But like each screen has like a multiplier. So when you have to keep hitting all the enemies, and the enemies like they appear in different places and whatnot. And there's platforms like you go up and down and jump off the walls and shit. But you want like the goal is to like
keep
that
going.
multiplier going for that screen to get a high score, like S rank, and then you move on to the next screen, right? So like when you look at it for like 2 seconds, you're like, it's Streets of Rage, but I'm telling you, like, Streets of Rage doesn't play like this. It's got a little rhythm to it, which reminds me a lot of like Graceful Explosion Machine. That's like kind of why we liked it.
So you can't move on until you get your multiplier up high enough?
No, you can, but like that's the thing. Like if you lose your multiplier, like you can beat the screen, but like maybe you only get like a C grade on the screen or a D grade on the screen.
Okay.
Right. And it's not like a level, because it's not you don't complete the whole, because you pair multiple of these screens together and then that's the level. So you're kind of like being graded like as you go. Like you want to keep that multiplier going if at all possible. So it kind of just forces you like into the fight, to like really get in there and keep it going and be aggressive. Right? I guess maybe that's it. Like it's got like almost like that Doom kind of like you're rewarded for being aggressive, for keeping it going, as opposed to like trying to figure things out and sit back and watch and plan your attack. And it's none of that. It's like, no, get in there, throw fisticuffs. It's just really
played
cool.
a game like that. I don't remember what it was though.
I'm sure. Yeah, I don't think it's
that
like
sounds very familiar.
Incredibly novel. It's just a little bit different than like when you play it, you'll understand it. If you see it, I think you'll understand it. But like it's a beat 'em up, but not quite like the others.
Yeah.
And I got it for like $4 or $5.
That's great.
And it looks really good. So I just definitely wanted to come out and shout them out and give it a name drop. If anybody's never heard of it, maybe you liked Graceful Explosion Machine, listen to this podcast like I did. Like I threw them at Jason. I was like, hey, buy these. And he was like, I was like, yeah, just buy them. Like, just buy them. And I told him, I was like, they're on sale. And a couple days pass. He comes back to me and goes, I love both of these games. I was like, right? like, just buy them. Just buy them. Add them. They're good. The other one is called We Are Doomed. And
We Are Doomed.
So Graceful Explosion Machine is like twin stick shooter, but it was like level based. Like you'd swim around the level and try to get to the end and stuff. We Are Doomed is Geometry Wars. It's Graceful Explosion Machine, but Geometry Wars, where you're not level based, you're not side scrolling. Like it's enemies appear everywhere. There's music, lots of effects, lots of multipliers. Like you just kind of keep your run going as long as you can. And I think that game was on sale for like $2 or $3. So less than $10. Or maybe $10. Let's say maybe they're both $5. I don't remember. $10, and you get 2 of these games that are a lot of fun, and they just make good quality stuff. It's like it's a developer I feel like should be more popular than they are. Like I feel like maybe not a household name, but like a respected indie name. Like people should know VertexPop. Like Image Inform, like Thunderful, like Devolver. Like the games they make are good, and
the
I just wanted to. And the prices are good. Yeah, I just wanted to throw them out there. I like them. Apparently, the Super Crush game I think is like years old. Came out like during COVID, and I just missed it. And that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like,
what's the name of it again? Super Crush what?
Super Crush KO. So it might be pronounced Super Crush Knockout, but it's Super Crush KO. It's got a really great look. Like, it's definitely worth the money just for the look.
Okay.
It's
I'm
not like
saving
your
it so I
cheap
can-
indie game affair. Like, it's quality.
Okay, I'm saving it so I can get it after we finish recording. Then, yeah.
Feels better than that. I like it. It's fun. So it's like, it's robbing me from like, all these things are robbing me from Donkey Kong. Like, I really want to play like 20 hours of Donkey Kong because I feel like I'm so far behind the world on Donkey Kong. Like, the world's already moved on. I'm like, man, I am right in the middle of this, you know?
You and me both.
I started bringing my Switch to work last week, trying to find some extra game time. So I've been playing Donkey Kong on my lunch breaks. So I've advanced the game a bit more. I think I'm on like the 5th world now, maybe 6th world. I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm not rushing it. Like, and I don't want to. Like, that's the thing. Like, I am just really enjoying playing Donkey Kong. So like, I'm not trying to beat it and move on. Like, I'm literally just, I don't care if I play this game for 4 years. I'm having such a great time playing Donkey Kong. I'm just going to keep playing it, you know? So
That's great.
I'll try to pick things up in and around it as best I can.
That's fantastic, man. I'm glad you're still enjoying the game. And when you get time, just get to it, man. Sometimes it's just worth it just playing it on your time when you're ready.
I mean, I did this the same. I think I did. I felt the same way with Odyssey. Like, I wasn't one of the first people to beat Odyssey either. You know, like, I don't. Listen, everybody can play the games however they want. I kind of feel like with both of these games, like, they're not meant to be like golden pathed or beaten.
Yeah.
You know, like, if you're playing it to beat it, to just progress as fast as, but like, it kind of feels like that's not the intended purpose.
Yeah. Some games are meant to be just enjoyed.
Like unless you're like speed running, like if that's your goal, like that's fine. But like if that's like I beat it, and that's like you shouldn't be forming. I guess you shouldn't be forming an opinion based off of play like that because you've kind of missed the whole thing.
It's enjoyability, just sitting there, relaxing, enjoying the game, wanting to do more in the game as opposed to wanting to get through the game. That's a difference.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Definitely. Like, I'm not trying. Like, I several worlds I could have advanced, and I'm not because I'm trying to find stuff.
And those are honestly the best kind of video games when you just want to live in the world and just stay there as opposed to finishing it.
Yeah, I just don't want to. Not that I feel like I'm not feeling like pressured to be. I'm not going to for the sake of like this podcast is really what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, you're just gonna keep hearing me say I'm still playing Donkey Kong for a while because I'm not I'm not pushing it.
Pushing it just to finish the game because I've been through it.
Yeah. Because I mean, what to get to what? Dragon Drive? I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm happy to sit here and play Donkey Kong for a while because guess what? We got a minute.
Yeah. I'm not playing Dragon Drive. They can keep that.
I'm still playing Mafia. You know, I'm still playing Retro Bowl. I'm playing some stuff.
There's some good stuff out there. Some really good stuff out there. Some more good stuff on the pipeline.
The thing that I've got one more for you, and then I can shut up.
Oh, you're good.
So Formula Legends is a game that's coming out soon, next month. And it's a Formula One style kind of arcade racer, and I'm really excited about it because it's kind of a parody of F1. Like they have like the cars and they change it just enough that's a little bit different, right? So it's not Lewis Hamilton, it's Louise Hammerton, you know, stuff like that. Instead of Charles Leclerc, it's Charlie Lecream.
Are they doing the thing that the other game did where they have like a story mode and
there is a story mode. Now here's the difference.
Okay.
That game's an arcade racer. So you're talking about New Star Grand Prix, which I love. Okay. That's an arcade racer. This, even though it looks like an arcade, it's cartoony and all the things, this is a little bit more sim.
Okay.
Like Jack hit his flying lap and immediately put it in the wall. Like you got to brake to turn. You know, like then that's how F1 is. Like, and so it's this one's gonna be. I don't want to scare you off because it's not hard. Like you can play, but there is going to be like I think an online multiplayer aspect to this game about people setting lap times and stuff because like you are going to be rewarded for being better. Now there's things you can turn on and off right to help you, but like I don't think this game doesn't have a racing line. So it's like you find the line, like you make the line. It's not going to tell you when to brake and when to turn. You know, it's not going to do that.
I might be in the minority, but I like racing games that have like good stories to them. Like
Yeah,
even like
cool.
the F1 sims or the racing games, like not necessarily not project Need for Speed usually had some good
Need
stories
for
in it and
Speed,
stuff like that.
sure.
But
Midnight Club.
the ones that have like the stories like Days of Thunder, like like tells you like a story. Like, you have to beat this is your rival, and you got to beat him.
Yeah.
And they give you these cutscenes every time you race and stuff like that. I like stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they really make that like that anymore.
Well, yeah, New Star Grand Prix is really good because it does have a campaign
That's a good
mode, which I love that one. This one has a story mode. I didn't get a chance to play it, but what I was trying to say is, this game was announced for Switch, and a demo went live this week in Europe, and I've been refreshing the American eShop ever since, and it's not for us. It's not out yet, but it is out on Xbox. So I went up to my son's room and I got hands on with it, and we sat there and played it. And you can play, you can do a practice race, and you can do time trials, and it's a little bit more sim, but not as much as something like EA's F1, like F1 2025. Okay. So I feel like this is going to find like a really nice happy medium where it's going to appeal to the hardcore that literally want to race to like, the 10th of a second lap. But then if you're wanting, a more realistic F1 game without being like incredibly cartoony, it's all going to offer that to you. Long story short, I think this is going to be the best like F1 like game on Switch. And if anybody has any interest in something like that, it comes out mid-month next month. I think it's $25. So after playing the thing, I'm day one on it. Like it's pretty good. So if anybody out there is like, oh, I want an F1 game, but like I find the EA F1 game like too much, this is the option. Formula Legends.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, hopefully we get that demo this week.
We probably will. Why don't you just I don't know if that causes problems. I was gonna say, why don't you just switch your region on your Switch to get it?
I didn't even think about that. I probably could have, but I don't know. I don't want to mess with stuff like that just for like a demo. Like the demo's on Steam, it's on PlayStation. I got plenty of devices to play the demo.
Yeah.
Like I'll just get it somewhere else.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get some of this new stuff?
You got nothing now? You don't want to talk nothing? No games?
No, because I haven't been playing nothing still. I've been doing stuff. One thing I've been doing is I went to a concert, and I've been working like my whole thing now lately has been just exercising, trying to get more healthy. So I got my little exercise bike.
Too.
Yeah, I started this week. I've been exercising every day this week. Got my little exercise bike that I ride on for 20, 30 minutes a day.
Excellent.
And then I got me some weights, like some little cheap weights I could just use to keep my arms straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, just stuff like that. That's what I've been doing like with my free time, because I've been really, really busy with work and home and fixing the car and stuff like that. Yes,
I've been thinking about not just thinking. I was telling my wife. I was telling her I was thinking about getting back into Ring Fit.
That's a good idea.
I got to find my leg strap because I played that for a bit. When it came out for like a month or two, and it was a legit workout. It's something that I've often wondered like if I'd stuck with it because I was sweating.
Yeah, I have the on, I guess Oculus VR, the Rocky game, the Creed game. That was That was pretty good workout playing that for hours.
Yeah, the VR thing has like good workout things. I've almost thought about getting one of those just for that reason.
Yeah, they have a lot of good workout apps on there that you can just use and stuff. So I might start doing that too. That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that until you said Ring Fit. Like, should get back into that.
You give it a try. Okay, not a whole lot of news this week. I tried to scrounge up some. Like I said, we're a week out of Gamescom. Nintendo is showing at Gamescom. I don't necessarily expect a direct or anything, but I think we'll get announcements for Switch 2 at Gamescom. So I feel like the industry as a whole is kind of like the news is just kind of hanging back for Gamescom. But we got some stuff. First, LynxByte Games. They posted on Facebook, I believe, like some graphics about the Switch 2, which basically confirmed some stuff that nobody had ever like actually confirmed or seen. So they shed light on Nintendo's guidelines for getting access to the Switch 2 dev kit. This has been an ongoing story kind of behind the scenes, I would say. Like people are writing about it, but like it's not really being talked about. But Nintendo is being pretty stingy with who gets dev kits right now, and that's why we don't have
about that.
Tons of ports. Exactly. So LynxByte says Nintendo is showing preference on who gets dev kits based on which games are willing to take advantage of the new Nintendo Switch 2 features. So and they said this is happening for every game. It's not like, well, we like Ubisoft, so like it's all the games. Is that they're really pushing for folks that'll make games that do 4K or 60 or a 120p mode, or utilize game chat or mouse controls or game share. Like if you're doing one of those, you'll get priority with dev kit access versus the others. Like if you just want to patch your game, you're kind of at the bottom of the to-do list. Which makes people upset because like fans, they want every developer to have a dev kit. Dev kit hardware is not infinite. I believe Nintendo, like they don't use their actual retail units as dev kits. So I don't know really what to tell people, except for this is kind of what Nintendo has always done. So if this is new to you, if this is news, just know this isn't news to them. Nintendo's acted this way since the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, this is a company that used to limit on how many games you could release in a year. Like they're very, and I know times have changed. I'm just using an example. Like even on the Wii U, this was a thing that they want to focus, especially early on. They want to focus the system and kind of curate a lineup of games for it. They'll open up, like as time goes on, as more dev, like they'll open up and bring other people on. But right now, they're showing priority to people that want to use the system features.
I think it makes perfect sense to me, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey,
no.
they rather, instead of giving you a dev kit, if you're just gonna up-res your game, let's get people out who are gonna make stuff that's gonna work really good on Switch and highlight why you should have a Switch too.
Yeah,
makes sense.
LynxByte also revealed that the Switch 2 uses NVIDIA DLSS 3.1, which is very interesting because one, nobody's ever put on paper what version of DLSS Nintendo used, to the point that if you listen to like the digital founders of the world, a lot of people have been floating that Nintendo had like its own lightweight version of DLSS, and apparently that's not the case. Apparently it's just DLSS 3.1. That's a part of the SDK, the software dev kit, and yeah, that's what can be enabled if folks want to use it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It was very interesting, like how this news got out. Like one, that it's from LynxByte Games of all people, and two, like at least in the graphic that I saw, it was like a screenshot of a Facebook post. Delvin, they just kind of put this like in an infographic. It was like this is what the Switch 2 does. Yeah, like, and they just put it out like a social media post. It's like it's very weird for this to come out like this. I basically, honestly, I thought it was fake, but then I looked into it and
seems like legit. Pretty big news to kind of just throw out there.
Yeah, they literally just threw it out there like a get to know your Nintendo Switch 2 people. So weird.
Also seems like this is something that Nintendo probably could have been putting out there themselves.
Yeah, they don't really like to talk about stuff like that. They're definitely not going to talk about developer relations.
The developer stuff, but
the DLSS stuff, man.
DLSS, yeah, because I remember when they were first announced it, when they first showing the Switch 2, they were talking about the 4K and all that stuff, and I feel like they could have put the DSLL stuff in there as well.
What's funny is that like none of the Nintendo games use DLSS. That's something else that they kind of, or at least the Digital Foundry folks, I listen to their podcast, and they keep bringing it up that like there's been lots of questions like why aren't they doing it, and they basically speculate they think the game engines that they're using for these ports and Nintendo games like don't support it yet. So there's the chances that bigger improvements could come down the line.
Yeah, probably a little longer down the line, more games start supporting it. Still new. Switch 2 feels like it's been years, but still a very, very new console.
Pokemon Legends. You may have seen hands-on impressions this week, almost like previews going up, because the folks that were at the Pokemon World Championships could go hands-on with the game. So several media folks, like blogs and stuff, sent people to that. And then that same demo will be available at Gamescom next week. So if you didn't see it, expect to see more of it next week. I don't know how much of this we already knew or didn't know. I just read a preview and jotted down some notes. So if this is old news, just disregard. But apparently both the player and the player's Pokemon can take damage, which makes sense because it's Legends Arceus, but for whatever reason, I didn't know that, like, you yourself, the trainer, could get hit by a fireball and, like, faint. You know, like Charizard could take you out. So, like, while you're, like, you command your Pokemon what to do, so you're like, dodge, roll, attack, but while you're doing that, you yourself, the trainer, have to move around.
Yes.
You can't just stand there. You will die.
Because you will die, then you get knocked out and
Dragonite will body slam your ass.
I respect
How funny would it be if they put in like a couple wrestling moves? if Dragonite just like dropped the leg. It just like laser blasts your Pikachu and then fucking leg drops. Something like super disrespectful. That'd be hilarious.
I have seen some of this gameplay.
Machamp rock bottoms your ass. Just like, boom. To dodge attacks, like I said, you can move out of the way. The trainer can sprint and roll. You get items that you can use. You get an advantage in battle by sneaking up behind the trainer. I'm sure we knew that. Basically, the animations, depending on the attacks you choose, like you kind of lock into an animation for a period of time. So, like, you can't just spam all of your attacks because it'll leave you vulnerable. Because you've got, like, cooldowns. And, like, while you're in these animations, obviously you can't move or tell it to move. Yeah. So I guess that's kind of, like, the strategy. It's, like, picking when to do something, when to line something up. A lot of people are talking about that. Like, you may think you've got them and then you miss, but then you're kind of stuck there. So you get hit.
Yeah.
And they talked about the mega battles. When you're fighting the mega Pokemon, you do damage to them. And you get power pellets, and then these power pellets will power up your Pokemon and go Super Saiyan, become more powerful and faster, and that's how the mega battles are. I have never really enjoyed the mega gimmick thing. I really don't like that. I know Pokemon fans do. It's not a me thing.
Me neither.
And that Digimon thing.
Yes,
didn't they just like rip that out? Yeah, I don't like that. I kind of feel like it was like
ultra
retro con. It was against the lore.
Yeah.
What is this nonsense?
It's fine. It's fine. You know, I don't like it, but you know.
Why did we have to Godzilla Pokemon?
It almost feels like they're just throwing darts at the wall to see what sticks. Like, maybe this will work. And people have liked it.
Lots of blogs had things to say. You know, I read 2 or 3 of them when I was putting these notes together. But I did want to jot this one down. It's just this writer's opinion, but this writer at Nintendo Life said, I'm relieved to report that the combat from what I've played feels just like the thing in the series. Just like the thing the series needs to take it to the next generation. So they're pretty positive. Yeah.
Like I said, I saw little gameplay clips of people like recording stuff. And from what I saw, it looked cool. Looked really cool. So I'm excited to play it. I wasn't.
Are you going to buy it?
I think I'm going to finally buy it.
So it's won you over?
Yeah, I think it finally won me over.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to happen, but yeah, I think they got me. So I'm like,
I'm all in. I told you.
So yeah, hopefully it's good.
The moment they were like action-based battle, I was like, now I got it, because that's what I've always wanted. I want the games to emulate the show. You know, I want it to look and operate the same way.
Which is what I wanted too. So I'm kind of excited to try it now.
Where are you going to buy it? You get any thought?
I have not yet.
There are pre-order bonuses for the game, and they differ from different places.
Okay.
I'm buying mine at Best Buy, because Best Buy, if you pre-order, you get like a giant Pokemon mouse pad.
Oh!
Which is pretty cool. I figured Jack would like that.
Let me look at this mouse pad.
I think GameStop, you get like a digital raincoat you can wear in the game, and I was like, I'm not. You look like Inspector Gadget or something. I think Target has something too. But yeah, you may want to look into that before you decide where to buy it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want
you got time.
Raincoat. Glad you told me that, because I'm not. No, absolutely not.
I was just gonna buy it digitally, but then somebody was like, "You get a mouse pad." I was like, "Okay, I'm in for a free mouse pad."
Yeah, free mouse pad is good.
And I think it's a big one too. It's not like a little, like it's a big mouse pad. It's like a play mat for like the card game. It's like a play mat size.
Okay.
So
that's really good then.
Yeah, I'm here for that. That sounds awesome. Sakurai tweeted this week about Sora's anniversary. If you didn't know, it's celebrating its 20th anniversary. So he tweeted, I know it doesn't matter to most people, but today's Sora Company celebrating its 20th anniversary. That's a long time. Thank you for your continued support. The new game, Kirby Air Rider, hasn't even shown gameplay footage yet, but I think we'll be able to share some information soon. Please wait.
20 years.
Mm-hmm. Getting old, Delvin.
Yeah. How long you been podcasting, Donnie? About half of that time, I think.
Yeah. About 10
Crazy
years.
to think about it, huh?
It doesn't feel that long. No, it really doesn't. But it is, yeah.
And I say that because, Nintendo Shack is almost at 400. My show is going to be 400 this week. PSVG.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. This week of PSVG is episode 200 of our version of the show. So, like,
Sure. Yeah, no, that is crazy.
That is crazy.
That feels crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of like a lot of milestones, man. Like, we've hit
I'd like
200.
to, if possible, it's not a thing that has to happen because life gets in the way. Rebecca might get married. Maybe she is pregnant. Maybe you drift off to Belize. Like you never know. But I'd like to get Shaq to 500. I think if we could get to 500, I think I could call it quits then. But I like in the back of my, it's just like a goal. I think it'd be cool to get Shaq there.
I think we can get 500.
So we'll see. Nothing written in stone.
500 seems feasible.
Yeah, it'll be a couple years from now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been a long time. I'm excited to see Kirby Air Riders. I'm definitely gonna buy that game.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So we'll see what it is.
The Kirby games.
I don't even know if it's gonna be good.
One thing about the Kirby games, they're generally always consistent.
I'm not the world's biggest fan of Kirby Air Riders and GameCube. I got to tell you. And if some people love it, like I like it's fine. Like I played it back then. I liked it, but I wasn't like I never loved it. I just want to put it like I was never in love with it.
The worst thing you had to say about it is it's fine.
Yeah, no, it is good. Yeah, no, it's good.
So like Kirby.
It's like it's different. It's different.
I think Kirby's pretty good, pretty consistent. I like.
I'm hoping the new one is a fun little distraction for a little bit.
I think it'll be.
Bubsy is getting a collection called the Perfect Collection. It was announced by Atari. It comes out September 9th. The collection includes Bubsy's Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. You're getting the Super Nintendo version, the Super Famicom version, and the Sega version of that game. You're getting Bubsy 2, which you're getting the Super Nintendo version, the Genesis version, and the Game Boy version of the game. Bubsy's Fractured Fury Tales. You're getting the Atari Jaguar version of the game, as well as Bubsy 3D, one of the infamous worst games of all time. Bubsy 3D, the PlayStation version, is included in the game, but also included is the refurbished edition of Bubsy 3D, which the game will offer full analog controls, widescreen. All of the games feature enhanced resolution and frame rates, save states and rewind functionality, art material scans, manual scans, ads and marketing scans, video interview about the history of the series and the developers that made it, as well as a music player full of all the soundtracks for all included. You get the whole collection in one. The ultimate Bubsy collection.
It's fantastic.
I'm
what
day
could
one,
possibly
dude.
go wrong?
I'm day one on this damn game. Are you kidding me?
I remember playing the original Bubsy on. I think I played it on Genesis. It's a fun ride. It's a fun game. I remember the first couple ones. I want to say 1 and 2 were pretty good games. Because Bubsy almost was a thing at one point in time.
Yeah, Bubsy was kind of the thing. I remember Bubsy.
They I think it had a cartoon show they made for it too, at one point. But they was trying to make Bubsy a thing, and the games didn't live up to what they tried to make it up.
Bubsy 3D happened.
Yeah, and that killed that.
Killed the whole franchise.
Just killed it. Like I was watching a video of the.
It's like notoriously bad. Like it's on a lot of people's like top 10 bad games. Like ET bad.
Yes, I was watching the enhanced version, the video of the enhanced version. Like this still looks fucking terrible.
And so that's the reason I posted that, because they were like, "Look how much better it is." They're like, "Oh man, you can control both sticks." And the majority of the comments were like, "What is this trash?" I was like, I've got to buy it.
It looks like a parody of a video game.
So, listen, I was never like a giant Bubsy fan. When I posted about this and I was like, I'm definitely going to buy this, Dev was making fun of me, which fair. I love these retro collections. I love
I do too.
like the historical aspect and the interviews and the add-ons. We've talked about this. We've documented this for years now. I love this shit. I got the Atari collection. I've got all the SNK collections. I've got the Marvel versus Capcom. Like, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is a big package. There's a lot of history here, a lot of games here. So, like, I'm all in. I love these things. It's only $35.
Yeah.
It's super cheap.
At the bare minimum, you'll at least get 2 decent games.
Sure. And I can mess around with Bubsy 3D.
Yeah. Mess around with Bubsy 3D. You can watch some interviews and stuff and kind of get... I like when they do stuff like this.
Same. This means for Atari this year, I've gotten Roller Coaster Tycoon, Golden Tee, Breakout Beyond, Lunar Lander, the Mortal Kombat Collection, the Bubsy Collection. This is like my publisher of the year.
I was going to say that.
I have bought more Atari games. Like, it's like Nintendo, then Atari.
Didn't you get the Power Rangers collection this year too?
I got the Power Rangers. Well, they kind of gave me that one, but yeah, I got that one too. Add it to the list. Yeah. Like, I've bought I might need like an Atari tattoo or something. It's like full circle. About to become my whole I'm about to be playing Atari. It's like
out of all the video game tattoos, Atari's not that bad.
Yeah, you're right. You could choose a lot worse. Yeah. I at least need like a hipster hat or something. Maybe I'll get maybe I'll get that decanter set we always make fun of.
That is a good idea.
But they make good games, and you add they bought Image and Form and Thunderful. I don't think I'll ever not call them Image and Form. It's gonna be hard to break, but they bought the Thunderful group, and they're gonna add all of their games to this stuff, which I already own. And it's like they're becoming a legit publisher for me. Like they're making games that like I want to buy.
I kind of dig it.
Me too. Yeah.
I wish now they kind of like when they made their console, they probably should have made it like now as opposed to when they made it and kind of just made it like a little mini PC. Like, hey, you can buy these games on our store.
Well, they got that Pac-Man thing.
Yeah.
I like that too.
Thing. It's cool.
It's too expensive for me for Pac-Man. But
just wait. It'll go on
That's
sale.
it. That's when I saw it, I was like, just give it a minute.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw. Like, just give it.
I can't get it at launch, but maybe in a couple years I can pick one up in a Walgreens for like $80.
Yeah, just give
and
it like
I will.
a year.
Yeah,
like
and
a year.
I will.
On the Atari store, it'll probably be on sale. Like, it's on sale now.
I'm here for like a Pac-Man, just a little Pac-Man game. Like, I love Pac-Man.
Pac-Man's great.
Mm-hmm. They've got a game called I saw it. I know it because of their website. Let me open up their website and I'll tell you. Because it's on Xbox, but it's not on Switch yet. And I kind of wish it was. Have you played Fatal Run 2089?
No, I have not.
It says it's coming soon. You can check out a trailer. It looks pretty cool. Kind of like that Redout, but like almost like over the shoulder.
Oh, this does look
racer.
cool.
Yeah, it's got like a little DeLorean and stuff going on. Yeah, I kind of want that, but no Switch announcement right now. Just console.
The
PC.
cool thing about Atari is they have so many franchises that you could probably make a thing because they were just like, hey, here's Haunted House, and it looks generic as fuck.
Yeah.
But you can probably hey, we're bringing back Haunted House. And we're gonna make it an actual really cool game now. Like,
yeah, they're trying to bring back their stuff. I wonder if we could get like a new Bubsy game.
Probably. If this sells decent, I think you can probably get one. Get a $20 Bubsy game.
They did Mr. Run and Jump. I like that game.
That was a good game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a dude, I just went on Player One, shitted on Atari for an hour, and then it's like they put a spell on me, only for me to be a hypocrite 2 years later.
It's like they heard you, like, all right, Donnie, bet. We're going to make you love us. We know what you like, so we're going to make you love us.
Yeah, G-Man, it does look like, sorry, thank you. It looks like fast racing.
It does.
Yeah, and I kind of want it. So they need to make that come to Switch as well. And I'm going to buy it. So, pretty cool. So we got some update from Bandai on Dragon Ball Zero's Sparking Zero performance. Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero performance, which is interesting. On Switch 2, the game outputs at 810p, both docked and in handheld.
Oh,
It's
810.
the same resolution in both docked and handheld. So on our 4K screen, you can play Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero at 810p resolution.
That is, in fact, the resolution.
I feel like that can't be right.
That's a
Maybe
weird
it is,
resolution number.
but like that doesn't, like, is it 810 before you upscale it, or is it just 8? Like, oh, I can't. That's not going to be good. The game is also capped at 30 frames a second. So even at 800p, you're not running the game at 60 frames a second. On regular Switch, because if you remember from the Direct, it's coming to Switch as well. It runs at 720p docked and 480p handheld, also capped at 30. Delvin, I had higher hopes for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero than this.
480p.
That's Switch 1. That I understand maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Switch 2, 800p 30.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's not great.
Both of these don't sound great.
Now, listen, I give them maybe some, until I see it, right? I think seeing is believing. Kakarot was substandard and looked great. Like, it's because of the art. It doesn't need to be that high resolution to look really good.
Yeah.
Like, on Switch 1, Kakarot looked amazing. Like, it just looked great.
I guess as long as you get that frame rate good and solid.
But 30, Sparking Zero is not a game I want to play at 30 frames a second. I'm just going to be real with you. It's a fighting game. It needs to be 60.
Yeah, I agree.
So that is unfortunate. We will see. We are less than 6 months in, and we are already pushing the limits of what ports are bringing to Switch. It feels like, we've got Madden and this and a couple others out there. I'm not sure if they're just not dialed in, not doing the hard work, or if this is just what the Switch can
I feel
do.
like this is just the first stages of it. People are not dialed in, not doing the hard work yet. They haven't broken down the system, probably because they haven't had it long enough.
I felt like that's a real easy claim to make with EA. Feels less likely to make with Bandai.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if there's somebody that had early access, they'd be one of them.
That's a fair point.
I hope this means. I hope this doesn't spell bad news for Hot Shots. That's gonna really hurt my soul. I need Hot Shots to be as good as possible, man.
These games feel like, the next version will be better.
We'll see. Drag Drive open to Metacritic scores in the low 60s. Which
Surprising
means,
no one.
not really. Yeah, no, not a surprise, but it's interesting. I think the most interesting point about this is if you look at the Switch 2 games on like an open critic scale, Nintendo has two of the worst reviewed games in Welcome Tour and now Drag X Drive. I think that's very interesting because we haven't really seen them do that. Now they've got the highest scores too with the Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Donkey Kong, but then they're also right there at the bottom of the scale with these two games. That's just interesting. The Welcome Tour was below Drag and Drive, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I didn't write them down. I think Welcome Tour was like at 60, like 60, 61. And I think Drag X Drive was like 65, 64, something like that. Maybe 63. But yeah. Yeah. Chibi Robo's coming to Nintendo GameCube Classics on the 21st, next week.
Chibi Robo's a fun game.
Yeah, are you a Chibi fan?
I liked it when I originally played it back in the day.
Kevin is a Chibi Robo guy. I think he's the only person that has ever come through Shaq via Discord or the podcast or anything that legit loved Chibi Robo.
I wouldn't be going to bat for it like that.
No, he loves Chibi Robo. Chibi Robo and Katamari Damacy. Loves them.
Those are weird, unique games. Also, I looked up Welcome Tour is a 54%
54?
on Metacritic.
on Metacritic. Yeah, so it's weird that Nintendo is weird that they missed that hard.
Yeah,
you know?
that's kind of shocking.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing about the Switch launch. I will probably at least boot up Chibi Robo and take it for a spin. I do not own the game. It's very expensive, like the GameCube game, I believe. If I remember, I haven't priced it in a long time, but it used to be really expensive and a hard one to get. So I'll probably take it for a spin.
Yeah, I'll try it.
I never had Chibi Robo originally in my GameCube, but I did play it at some point. I've played it before at a friend's house or something. I remember it. But I was never that super into it. I don't anticipate I will be beating Chibi Robo.
No, absolutely not. I'll play it though. I remember it being fun, so I'll play it.
I'll take it for a spin. The Zelda movie has its official Twitter account with the handle at @the_Zelda_movie.
Huh.
So if you want to follow the movie news, go make sure you follow the Twitter account.
Get those screenshots and stills of Link and Zelda and first look at Ganon.
Do you remember do you remember the Nintendo Today app?
Yes, I remember that.
What is that? Are they doing anything with that now or no?
I don't know what the fuck they're doing there because it feels like they would use that for all this stuff. But I get why they got a Twitter account for it.
Okay, I've opened up the Nintendo Today app and here's what I've got.
Okay.
There's a fireworks show today in Animal Crossing.
Okay, congratulations, Animal Crossing.
There's an article about how they've wrapped trolleys in San Diego.
Okay. That's their news?
They've wrapped it with Nintendo Switch 2 wraps.
That's what they're using this for?
Yeah.
That is a choice.
Oh, there's Chibi Robo. Keep scrolling down.
Okay, Chibi Robo, that's good.
And Sign Mouth. From the Kirby.
Yep.
What that mouth do?
Bro, I don't know what the fuck they're doing this app. Why make the app if you're not going to use
Nintendo Today is a little weird. Yeah.
Yes, it's weird.
Scooby-Doo comes to Fortnite this Halloween.
That's cool. I'm surprised he wasn't already there.
Mm-hmm. It's good timing.
So is Scooby-Doo just the dog?
No, it's the whole gang. Or at least the picture I saw.
Because I'm curious is like, is Scooby-Doo
Velma
going to
and Daphne and everything.
Is Scooby-Doo going to have a gun? Will he be shooting people?
Yeah, for sure.
That's going to be a wild thing.
Or like maybe they'll give you like maybe the skin is like a Scooby hoodie. It's going to be a Scooby-Doo skin, just like all the other characters.
Yeah.
My question is Velma going to twerk?
Then that's what we should have.
Because I might download Fortnite.
Yes. I'm just trying to picture Scooby-Doo as a dog standing upright, shooting a gun.
G-Man. Zoink Scoober in Fortnite. PETA has demanded Nintendo remove the nose ring from the cow in Mario Kart World.
Peter, shut the fuck up.
They said that this is a symbol of I forget exactly of mistreatment, and I think they said slavery that cows have, like in dairy farms and stuff, that they put the nose through the ring, and it's a painful procedure through the septum and all that, and they've demanded Nintendo remove the ring.
Maybe the cow's just a freak. Sometimes chicks I know got nose rings, they be kind of freaky. So
yeah, I don't know.
They're just mad. Why is this a concern of theirs? Go protect some fucking animals, not the fucking digital ones. Oh, you're hurting the fake digital animal. Shut the fuck up. What are they doing?
There we go. I just want to make sure I get this right.
Okay.
PETA this week launched a campaign to urge the Japanese game maker to redesign the cow without the nose ring, which is a painful reminder of the cruelty cows endure in the meat and dairy industries.
Do they think the cows are playing the game and be like, oh, this offends me?
The brass ring and the cow's nose glosses over real-world violence and cruelty to animals. That's why we're asking for a small but meaningful upgrade to remove the nose ring and let cow race freely.
No. They should
without the
more.
reminder, the painful reminders of the industry that treats animals like profit-making machines.
They should add more nose rings.
Just another one.
Just another one.
I wonder if they'll acquiesce. I could see it.
They shouldn't. We're in 2025 now. Just tell them fuck off.
Yeah, but you know Nintendo. They don't want any
Yeah.
hassle like this. The cow is everybody's favorite character though.
Yeah. They should put that little stamp they put in the cow's ears. Just put it on.
No.
Just the one with them. Just put the stamp on.
You're just trying to brand it on the side like a serial number. Damn, Delvin.
Then put the USDA sign on the cow.
Have a whole campaign, like a little cut scene in between the race. Just you get to watch it happen. Jesus.
The cow had the USDA beef tattoo on their arm. Just lean into it, Nintendo. Fuck these people.
Mario wins. We get a cut scene of him eating a steak.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Where's Cow?" Listen, I don't know. It's pixels. It's a cartoon. I feel like this is a bit much.
Go protect real fucking animals.
See, I feel like that's no. You've drawn a really good line in the sand there because it's like I don't want to tell them not to care about this because that's what these people do. It's not about the fact that it's not real, right? It's about the imagery and the symbolism, right? So I get it. That said, yeah, it's not real. These are fake cows. So
there are actual animals that need help, who are being abused, that are being hurt, that are being slaughtered. And you're on fucking social media talking about a fucking digital cow. Get the fuck out of here.
G-Man says cow can also eat steak in the game, so it is cannibalism. I mean,
I like it.
Everyone likes steak.
Yeah, even cows.
Even cow. So weird. I could see Nintendo actually removing it. If it actually, we'll see if this is if 3 weeks from now people still talk about this, I could see them patching it out.
I will say this, Nintendo.
Just to not rock the boat.
That is not a good idea.
I could also see them not doing anything because I don't know how many people really care about this. I don't know, what's the hassle to Nintendo?
Because it's not, because we've seen how this goes. They overcorrect and they take it out. Then a whole other sect of people are pissed off that they took it out. So it's a lose-lose. Just leave it alone.
Yeah, you're right. Or if they acquiesce, then somebody else finds something to be mad about.
Correct.
Yeah, so no, it's probably good just to leave it alone. Yeah. We've talked about this for several weeks in a row. This idea of a Super Mario Bros. Collection. The only update that we have to this week is fans think they possibly have discovered a Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary account on Twitter. Now, this could be a very easy troll. Somebody could have just made the handle. The thing about it is it just followed, I think, the Nintendo of Japan account. That's all it followed.
Oh.
So if this is a troll, it's a very clever one because apparently the Super Mario Bros. 35th account did the same thing before it went live. It came up, it followed the Nintendo of Japan account, and then it sat there dormant until announcement. So if it is a troll, if it's a fan-made troll to get people, they at least did their homework. They've done a little bit here because it's emulating what has been done in the past. At least as far as I'm aware, based on the Reddit thread that I have not really dug into this a whole lot. I still feel like this rumor has a lot of noise without a really good stake of credibility.
Yeah.
I can't really pin it on anybody or hang my hat on it. So I'm almost leery to talk about it, but because there's so much noise, I feel like every Nintendo channel is at least going to cover it. So I feel like we have to.
But it's interesting because this rumor does seem feasible.
It really does. Because
That's
there's no Mario.
Yeah.
And that would kind of explain it. Everybody was like, it's got to be Mario. There's Donkey Kong. Well, here's Mario. Here's Mario at launch or within launch window, whatever you call it. This is your first taste of Mario on Switch 2, which they need. It's it really, I think that's the thing about the rumor that you can't let go of it because even if it's fake, it seems real. Yeah. There's the faint that this definitely should fit here. So
seems like something they would do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And probably wouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah.
And if it sold as well as the Mario 3D collection did, probably gonna sell pretty well. It's kind of like a safe bet Like they can put this out there. It probably costs them next to nothing to make. I imagine the games aren't that upgraded, and they'll probably sell 7-10 million copies of it.
Yeah.
You know? So like, at $50-$70 each, that's a lot of money. So it kind of does make sense. Like that's a pretty easy one for them. But we will see. If I kind of hope it's true, because I love the Mario game or the Wii game, Mario Bros. Wii, and I'd much rather play it on Switch than on my Wii. I still have my Wii. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I think it'd be cool if it's true. I'd get it. Day one.
Yeah. G-Man says we can get a Mario Direct and possibly. I mean, I would imagine it would just be the big Direct. Like if there's a big Direct, this would be like a surprise for it. Like here's a surprise. This is a game you didn't know about. We're going to show you Air Raiders. We're going to show you, Hyrule Warriors. But here's the surprise. The surprise is we've got 3 Mario games coming. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, Nintendo updated. So, I think last year we got a patent for like a second screen experience. I want to say on Switch, but like it wasn't known Switch, but just Nintendo has a patent for a second screen, and it would attach to something. Everybody was like, "Is this going to be like Switch 2?" They've just updated that patent, so they've updated and added some new things. The patent shows 2 halves of a screen being connected by something that kind of looks like a Joy-Con connector, and includes like a hinge. And the idea is that these 2 screens would communicate together. And then if you remember the original patent, you could disconnect the screens and like play games individually on each screen. So you could like hand somebody a screen, you could play with each other. Which is interesting. Like, do I expect that we're getting DS stuff for Switch? Not immediately, no. Nintendo makes patents all the time that nothing ever happens. Like they're just patenting ideas that they have. Maybe they're tinkering with something. I saw in the Reddit thread that I shared the other day, I saw several people speculating like maybe this could be like a new like a classics line. Like the idea is that like you could release, like we had the Super Nintendo Mini and the NES. Like maybe they would do like a DS Mini or something like that.
That would be cool.
It would be cool. I push back on that idea a little bit because I feel like if they were going to do that, they definitely would have started with Game Boy. I'm 100% certain of that. They would have done a Game Boy first. Secondly, like the way that the patent has the screens disconnecting and like still being used, to me that just screams Switch at me because that's game share.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are like going like thinking about that, but like that is game share. If you've got 2 Switches right now and the 2 screens communicate with each other, each player can have their own screen. Like the idea is that maybe they make a screen so you don't need another Switch, and you could just hand that screen to someone, right? And it'd be some sort of limited control, right? Yeah, or at least that's how I would perceive the patent like that. My only thing that gives me a lot of like hesitation to like talk about how the DS is coming back, because I've talked about it for years. I love dual screen Zelda. It's like my that's my favorite way to play Zelda games. So I would welcome its return. It's just that like this doesn't. I don't know. I don't get the sense from holding a Switch 2 that you can put a screen on it in a elegant way.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we're there yet. That doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, it feels like that'll be off.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm doubting it more than anything else. But it's out there. Switch clamshell. I think it's hilarious. It's all people want.
I don't know why.
I was even thinking, because like if you hold your Switch, I was even wondering like, what if it was like a mini screen? Like, if it wasn't a big thing, it was like a smaller screen. You could put that on there. But like, what value is that? Like, what are we really?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, I guess if you're gonna play certain 3DS
I would
games,
rather the Wii U approach, where my handheld becomes the screen and I can play something on the TV or something. Like, I would rather that than this idea of this attachment thing.
Yeah,
but
I would imagine that if they would do that, you have to figure out some kind of way to get the, I guess to get the game to play on the screen.
Yeah,
split
I don't
the
know.
screens up.
Yeah,
maybe an attachment or something like that. Like, hey, you hook this up to your Switch, and that makes you can use dual screens. One be the TV screen, one be the.
I was thinking like a dongle or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the dock. I don't know if the dock has something in there. Josh says, what if they use a magnetic Joy-Con connection? I'm not even talking about, like, it's not so much the connection part. Like, I get that. There's the top USB thing. You could probably have, like, some sort of, I don't know, molding or grill to, like, not cover the fan and stuff. I'm just talking about, like, the general idea of, like, the unruliness that you have some marginally sized full length of the Switch 2 connecting to it. Like, don't you feel like the Switch 2 is kind of big enough?
Yes.
You're trying to attach entire screens on top of it? That just feels unruly in a way to me.
Yeah, and it's the Switch 2, while it's not heavy, it's still a little bulky.
I mean, maybe it's one of those things when we get it, we're like, oh my God, it's not that big of a deal. They nailed it. But, like, the idea of it feels obtuse.
Yeah.
And, like, for what? What are we getting out of that? Not ever, like, every game can't use that. So I'm thinking, like, in the best world scenario, we get virtual console support for DS and 3DS games, and then maybe some first-party games that use it. To me, that's got to be it, right? Like, a lot of games not every game can benefit from a second screen.
Yeah, and how much would this thing cost?
And, like, would developers use it? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think the cost is probably not that much, actually.
Like $100?
Probably. Maybe less, but yeah. Because I'm thinking it's a cheap LCD thin, like, laptop panel thing. You can just, like, I'm thinking even light, like just the little.
Well, I would think it'd have to be very light.
Yeah, like, so I'm thinking like real cheap. I'm definitely not thinking anything like it's not going to be as good or better than the display we have. Of course not. It'd be way cheaper than something like that. So I'm just thinking, like, what would you use it for? Because it's almost like the inverse. Like, you'd rather have the cheap screen be the bottom screen, like the 3DS. You could do your menus and stuff, and then the top screen be better. I don't know. Weird. But they updated the patent, so there's something like that out there. Josh says, good point. Feels like those little gameplay screen magnifiers. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm thinking.
Very clunky. The person who used those things, they were very clunky.
Jules says second screen would also eat more battery. Switch 2 doesn't have the best one. I kind of agree. I think that's why people were going the classics approach, because it feels like something not Switch. It feels like something else. Like it's a different thing. Like I was thinking, I know this is crazy, but hear me out. Like, could it be like a phone thing?
That could probably work a little better.
I don't know. So maybe Garrett can tell us. Garrett, what's the second screen thing?
Yes.
That's what you just missed. Anyway, Delvin, that's the news.
All right, let's get to these Shaq questions direct from you, the listeners. Let's start off with our first one from Gamer Guy Lou. They ask, sorry for the long messages. Oh, this is a long one. So let me strap in. Sorry for the long messages, but I want to take a minute and say thank you to all for always making the best content around. Appreciate that. All of the podcasts I listen to, y'all are top 10 and most authentic. We try. I've not played my Switch 2 much since launch. Me neither, apparently. Lots of other things in life going on, but I'm finally back and catching up on Shaq. Thanks to listening to y'all, my hype for Switch 2 is currently through the roof. Gamer Guy Lou, we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I try our best. I don't try very hard, but your use of the word authentic means a lot to me, because I think more than anything, I think the folks that podcast with me here know that's what I care about the most, is I try to bring a very authentic experience to the podcast. So thanks.
Yes. And now, Don, let's get yelled at. From Gerudo Valley Cat. My question from last week got overlooked. It's Donnie's fault.
It's Rebecca's fault. She reads the questions.
We're just messing with you, Gerudo Valley Cat. What is a game you love that no one else has played? Probably Bubsy. That's the game we talked about today. Bubsy. A game that I love that no one else has played. Based off the sales, I'd probably say Forspoken.
That's a good one. I
Yeah.
think that works.
I like that game a lot.
I've got a bunch of mine, but I mean, I think the funny thing about what we've been doing with this podcast, I've either shed a lot of light on mine, but I honestly genuinely think a lot of my favorite games have like become more popular during this decade.
That is correct.
You know, like the stuff that I used to love and thought was obscure and definitely nobody ever heard of is kind of cult popular. It's kind of got a cult following now, like No More Heroes.
Yeah.
You know, when I loved No More Heroes and No More Heroes came out and I was screaming from the rooftops, flailing my Wii remotes around talking about how great it was, dude, nobody liked No More Heroes.
No one was talking about it.
Nobody, like, they reviewed killed it. 4s and 5s, everybody hated it. And then it sold well, it found an audience, it kept getting made, and people kind of came around on it. Now, Suda's in the damn PlayStation showcase with a game. That would have never happened 15 years ago.
Similar vibe with Lollipop Chainsaw.
Lollipop Chainsaw, like, that's another one. The game that comes to mind is Clock Tower. I've talked about Clock Tower for years. That's the game. I've grew up my entire life trying to get people to play Clock Tower. Most people have not played it, but even that game just got a re-release. I'm seeing people find it. Like, it's kind of coming around. People want more Clock Tower. They want new Clock Tower. You know, like I've had a really good run here through the decade. I've been very, well catered to.
Yeah, all the things that you liked that they were like, we're not making them more. They've been making again. And multiple versions of it. So
yeah, it's been a lot of fun for me. We've had so many instances where we're on this podcast. Rebecca's like, they're making this fucking Donnie game. Shadows of the Dam came back. My shit's coming back.
Stuff that they were like, we didn't like it back then. Now I was like, oh,
sorry for the rest of y'all, but my shit's coming back. Let's see here. What could be next? I always feel like I have to look around the house.
Clock Tower's a good one.
Beautiful Joe?
Beautiful Joe's a really good one.
I can see Beautiful Joe coming back.
The game I told you guys about a while ago on this show, I think it was on the show, Obscure.
Obscure, yeah.
That was a really good horror game. I liked it. A lot of people.
Did you see that horror game I posted?
Yeah, I did see that.
Discord? That looks really good. No Switch announcement yet, though.
I think it's coming.
It's definitely coming. It's called Tenebrae Somnia.
That looks really good.
It's like this NES point-and-click horror game, kind of Clock Tower-ish, except it has live action cutscenes.
Which is really cool.
Which is cool. Yeah, so I definitely gotta get that one. That's really awesome. It's from New Blood, which is another one of my favorite publishers. They did Dusk, and then they did Faith on Unholy Trilogy.
Those games are good.
Yeah, they are really good at what they do. They make excellent stuff. Like Atari, anytime New Blood's like, we're making a game, I'm like, purchased. I don't even know what it is. Buying it immediate purchase, because they just do good work.
Yeah, they do. Got some really good games on there.
The Switch one is Astral Chain.
That's a solid one. Astral Chain.
All of our listeners definitely know what that is, but if you haven't, you never have, you didn't, Astral Chain for sure.
Yeah. Our next question from Shiv. Which of the recent Nintendo patent filings, Crank, Scroll Screen, and Second Screen, do you expect to materialize as a real product first? If any, which would you like to see?
I mean, I'm always down to see anything. So if they think they can do Second Screen, I'm here to see it. It's just, it doesn't, like, they'd have to win me over on it, but I'm happy to see it. And listen, I own the damn Mario Kart Live. I own Labo. I bought so I'm going to buy all of it. It doesn't matter. I'm going to get it anyway. But of the three, I would prefer the Crank, the Playdate, the Fish and Pole. I think there's a lot of game applications. One, something like that could be very cheap to make. Two, there's a lot of applications for games to use that to make it worthwhile. So
I was thinking in my head, I think the Second Screen probably makes the most sense. But the Crank would probably be the most fun.
Yeah, I didn't even think the second screen. I don't. When you say makes sense, because I feel
Yeah,
like there's development problems, there's install based problems with the second screen.
I
Like, that's
think
a
so. I
big
think
deal.
The second screen is something I feel like they're like, we made a second screen so you can play your 3DS games.
Is that it though?
That'd be probably the main thing. Like here, you can play your 3DS, your DS game, something like that, or you can use it for other things that we have ideas for. But
So I feel like the play date, like the crank, you could use it for all fishing games. You could use it for Luigi's Mansion. You could just make like little
smaller
crank
games.
based small games. You have a little Pokemon crank game. You could do like all that kind of stuff. Little indie devs could use it. Like I just feel like it has a lot more applicability. And it feels more like an accessory. I feel like if you go second screen, everything has to support second screen. With a crank, like you could just put it out there, and if only 6 games use it, well, it was $30.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
Yeah, but I think with the second screen, at least people are like, we're bringing your 3DS library over here. You can use it for that. I can see that. I can see the people buying it just for that use alone. Even
Okay. I mean, I would. I just don't know like how much juice is there for that. You would still have to have a way for people to play those games without the second screen. It would have to be an option. So like if you wanted to make a second screen for NSO, you would still have to have like a picture-in-picture version for people that don't have the screen, because the majority of people won't have it.
Then ask the question: would they do that?
Or do they go,
they'd be like,
if you want to play it, you have to buy the screen?
That's what I would think they would say.
Oh, God, Delvin, that's
You have to buy the screen. Or either that or you have to use your phone.
But you're already subscribing.
You're like, well, too bad. Either you have to buy the screen.
Imagine buying a screen for a subscription of games that you can't buy.
Yeah. Or you have to use your phone at the second screen.
That would be cool.
Like either you have your phone or this.
I don't think that would work as well, but okay. All right. Yeah, I think the little crank would be the easiest, because
the crank would be the easiest, clearly.
it sounds the most Labo-like to me.
Yeah.
You could just do little Labo things with it.
Yeah. Crank would be the fun one.
Put Sega Bass Pro Fishing on it.
Yeah.
And I'm good, man.
Cool. Ooh. Next question. Crawler asks, favorite Hulk Hogan moment?
Fuck
For
Hulk
me,
Hogan.
You picked the wrong people to ask this question. It was when he body slammed Andre at WrestleMania 3. That was the day I became a pro wrestling fan and a lifetime Hulkamaniac. That's awesome. That's awesome that, Hulk Hogan introduced you to wrestling. So I will say that's dope. My favorite Hulk Hogan moment. This is before I figured out who he was.
They deserve to die. I hope he burns in hell.
I'm being diplomatic, Donnie. Probably the NWO moment. The Bash at the Beach.
Oh.
I love that moment because it was so unexpected. And in retrospect, watching NWO.
I'm going to shoot on this. I'm going to counter this.
Be my guest.
So just be prepared to defend it.
In retrospect, Hall and Nash made the NWO what it was.
Facts.
But I guess Hogan's star power kind of put it over the top. But in the NWO, his wrestling matches were terrible.
I disagree.
Because I don't think you could do that moment with anybody else in that company.
Sting definitely can.
I think Sting would have had better magic.
His star power explodes if he's the NWO leader. Listen, okay, here's my read.
Okay,
sorry to interrupt you, but here's my counter.
Okay.
And this is why I hate Hulk Hogan. It's not just this. We're not going to do that because I don't have an hour. But boy, Kroller, do I hate this person and I hate this man. So, and fundamentally, more than all of the outside the ring stuff, fundamentally, to my opinion on him, I hate him for the wrestling.
I had a conversation with my
I'm
friend
happy.
about this the other day.
I'm happy that the rest of the world learned everything else to hate him about it. Just know that before I hated him as a person, I hated him as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So here's my issue. Hulk Hogan is the king of bearing talent and
100.
creative. And that's exactly what he did to the NWO. That was not his moment. That was Sting's moment. It's been widely documented. That was Sting's moment that he saw was going to be money. And what did he do? He made it his.
Correct.
Like he's done countless of times for so many other people, as he just took their moment.
I agree. That is true. But it does not negate the moment. The heel turn.
It doesn't.
He stole it, but it did not negate it. And I will say this, which they didn't do, this low revisionist history, if he wouldn't have interfered in Starrcade, it would have made the moment more special. But he fucked
I'll never forgive him for Starrcade.
Because
that was
Starrcade,
one of the biggest blunders in wrestling ever.
Starrcade could have been a moment where you christened Sting as
not just Sting, WCW.
WCW as the top promotion. Sting is Hogan level star.
If Starrcade goes as expected and as planned, WCW is the best wrestling promotion.
Yes.
And has all the momentum and is running forward.
Yes.
And what happened there definitely put the brakes on that pop.
He ruined it.
He ruined it.
Because his ego, and I know people won't.
Because he can't like anything unless he's on top of it.
His ego is what really destroyed WCW, if you want to be honest.
And the NWO.
Yes.
The whole reason we have the Wolfpack.
Yes.
Is because of his ego.
Yes.
And when the Wolfpack happened and the Wolfpack got over, guess what should have happened? Hogan's unit should have went away.
Yes.
Because we saw where the money was, and it wasn't him. But his ego wouldn't let that happen.
The funny thing about it is that people don't talk about enough is the only reason why Goldberg got that win was because he wanted to get the win back and be the first guy who beat Goldberg. Only difference is Nash beat him to the punch because Nash had creative control.
He sucks.
Yeah,
he really sucks. My favorite Hulk Hogan moment was his last appearance on Raw when he came out to peddle his shitty beer and the entire world booed him off the television screen. That was my favorite Hulk Hogan moment.
Yeah, that was a great moment. I was talking to my friend about this the other day because they were like, "Oh, he said on this podcast, he was like, oh, we see how beloved Hulk Hogan was," and I'm like, beloved? I'm like, no. You misconstrued this. And I'm like, people hated Hogan, and it wasn't on, like, there's a level of fans who love Hulk Hogan,
sure,
the wrestler.
Yep.
But there is another whole other community of fans who despise Hulk Hogan despite the racism. Like,
and that's me. I hated him before that.
Yeah, before
that made me hate him more.
Yeah,
but I hated
before
him
they found out he was
that.
a racist, they hated him because he pretty much destroyed TNA, destroyed WCW.
He buries talent.
You know, like he
always
buried a
has.
lot of talent who was supposed
Buries
to get
talent,
over.
buries momentum, buries any creative unless he benefits from it.
Yes.
He's done that his whole career.
Yes.
Now, in his defense, when you acquiesce to him, it's usually pretty profitable.
Yes.
He's a top guy. It's not because of his work, but he is. He just is the personality. He's the top guy.
But when it missed, and it destroyed companies.
God, his matches were brutal.
Yes.
Even when he was quote unquote supposed to be good, his matches weren't good. Like he just that's my big I think of all the things to crucify this man for, the one that I can never let go is just he was never very good in the ring. He just never was.
Even his best matches are pretty bad.
It was all spectacle. That's all it was. Spectacle and marketing. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate bait and switch.
Yeah.
His finishing move is that he no-sells all the damage and stands up and kicks you in the face.
And does a leg drop.
Like it's the most barrier of gimmicks. Like it's all he does.
Yes.
Is that he just becomes invincible out of nowhere. That's his finishing move? That's ridiculous.
XBX asked a great question. Did WCW even have good video games in the early 90s, 2000 wrestling during the video game golden era?
WCW has the best video games.
Yes.
WCW NW Revenge is my favorite wrestling game.
Yes. They've had, I want to say 2 or 3 really good wrestling games. Revenge.
I think it's more than that.
WCW versus the World.
WCW World Tour.
World Tour.
WCW versus the World, PlayStation.
Yes.
WCW NWO Revenge.
That's 3, yeah. It might be another one, right?
I want to throw Nitro and Thunder in there. Like, they're not good games, but they are like
They
I
are
love
revolutionary.
them. I love them.
Yeah,
they're
they're
not good, but
revolutionary.
I love them. At least
They're-
Nitro.
Yeah, Nitro definitely fits in there.
Because Thunder was just like DLC for Nitro.
Yeah.
Like Mayhem sucked.
Mayhem's was bad. Backstage
Yeah.
Assault was bad.
World Tour versus the World and Revenge. Those are the best.
Those are the three best.
Those three are great.
They were
And
good.
then I think Nitro and Thunder are like honorable mentions.
Yes, and what happened was they lost the contract, and WWF got the contract where they had a claim,
Yeah.
and the claim game sucked.
Those Nitro games are not great to play. They're like super combo heavy, almost like fighting games.
Yes,
But the Nitro and Thunder games, these are PlayStation games. They have a lot of really
Personality.
quirky, fun character personality charm to them that the others didn't. Like they have video intros on the character screens, lots of cheat menus, lots of cheat codes, lots of modes. The developers in there, fucking disco mode, big head mode, dinosaur mode, stupid shit, man. So they're really fun to play.
amazing.
Yeah, but the World Tour versus the World, underrated. But Revenge is my favorite wrestling game. Like when I want to play wrestling games, that's my go-to.
Yeah,
I like it more than No Mercy.
I agree. I'm gonna save these last two questions for when Rebecca's back, because I don't think it's fair to answer these two questions when she's not here. One
I'm
is
fine with
specifically
that.
for Rebecca, and the other one is the Zelda question.
I'm fine with that. You're nice to her
Yeah,
because she's not here.
Yeah.
You know,
but I know she wants to answer that.
when you don't show up for work, you don't get to answer the Zelda question.
That is true. That's a great
But-
Zelda question, though.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're 90 minutes in. It's fine.
Yeah.
We can wait for her. What if she doesn't show up next week?
Then she's fired.
You gotta learn to let go, dude. She's moving on in life. She's got a house.
She's in a house.
You're about to fade into the background of her life.
Yeah, she's gonna
She'll
replace
look
me
back.
with
Remember Delvin and Donnie?
yeah. With a,
Remember those guys?
Replace
What
me with
happened to
another
those
cat.
guys? She names Delvin.
Yeah, just another cat named Delvin, just walking around.
All right.
All right, I think that's it. And that's what
Cool.
say before we go.
No, have a good week, Shackers. Definitely get
Fuck
out
the
there.
Hulk Hogan.
See what happens with Gamescom, and maybe we'll get some news. We're mid-August. I'm thinking between the next month. So let's see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Shack shows until September 15th. I'm thinking one of those shows, I'm thinking we're getting a Nintendo Direct.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And I think that should be pretty fun. So I'm enjoying Donkey Kong. I'm going to keep playing Donkey Kong, play Donkey Kong after the show. And then I'm looking forward to seeing when these games are coming out, because I gotta buy all these games that are coming.
Gotta put the money aside. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited for it.
Cool. All right, everybody.
Whenever you're ready.
All right. This is Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening. And I forgot the line already. What?